Good evening. I'm your host, the journalist, Fat Baby,
yes,
and
sir.
my co-host, Bondon the Mediator.
What's up, y'all? What's up?
What's going on? MD in our background.
What's the word?
What's up? What's up?
And we got a very important special guest in the building that I really need y'all to pay attention to.
Please pay attention.
Andre, Dads Against Crime. How you doing, man?
I appreciate y'all having me on here, man. It's a blessing.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank y'all.
Yes,
How your day been, man?
It's been busy, man. That's what happens when you're helping people, though.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's a busy day always.
Right.
Yeah, we've been trying to get you on here for a minute, big
Right,
dog.
right.
No, man, I appreciate that too, man. Sorry about the last hiccup too, man.
Yeah,
I messed that up.
Nah, you
My
good.
apologies.
Yeah.
Nah, you all right. You
Are
all
we
right.
here?
We here.
Let's get it cracking.
So Dads Against Crime.
Yeah.
What's the motive?
So me and my wife started Dads Against Crime in 2020 when 4-year-old Legend Taliferro got murdered in his father's home. I just seen how all the attention was going towards Legend's mom, and my heart went out to his dad because I said if his dad found his son with a bullet in his head, his father is more messed up than the mama could ever be. And it kind of made me a little upset to see all the news asking her how she was doing. You know, she was able to go to the White House. I know her; she's a good girl, but like for me, it was like it touched my heart that nobody was checking on the father. So I did a little soul search and found out who Ralph Taliferro was, man, and found out that, man, he wasn't a rah-rah shoot 'em up kind of dude. You know what I'm saying? He didn't live that life. He had a job. He worked his whole life. He was a worker, man. But what really made me want to do something about it is that when I heard the story, when Ralph told me the story about what had happened, that night, Ralph's sister, boyfriend, was beating her up. Mm-hmm. She called Ralph, and Ralph go over there and put hands on her boyfriend. And it was her boyfriend who actually came back that night and shot up Ralph's house.
Oh, wow.
So when I looked at that, I said, man, that could have been any one of us because by nature we protectors. So that's a situation that could happen to any man that will protect his wife or his sister or his daughters. Mm-hmm. And so I went home and I told my wife, I said, well, now we got to create something for men who lose children due to gun violence. And so the first thing that we said, we was like, what would a man need if he's going through that type of grief, that type of problem? And the first thing we said is therapy, man. And so we went out there, we found therapists, licensed therapists. And so we said, we'll pay them to do therapy for men who come through our organization. And then I didn't want to stop there, man. So I was like, what's something else that we can do to actually help them? And so we said employment, right? So we started going out there. I started going out there to companies. Hey, this is what I'm doing. This is our goals and our vision. Will you give these men jobs at $15 an hour or more with no experience? And will you give that same money to a felon that got a record? And if they say no, I say, I appreciate you, but this ain't the company I want to do business with. And we move on, you know, but by the grace of God, we got like 8, 9, 10 companies or something like that give jobs to men. It's not a situation where if they will get a job, we have a 96.6 hiring rate with a 90.0 retention rate. So we not just giving people jobs because they want a job. Like we want to make sure that you actually want to work. Then we went a little bit further. We started a mentorship program. In the mentorship program, man, we pay people weekly, every Friday, to go to class and either learn cybersecurity, robotics, financial literacy, life coaching, manufacturing, or forklift. Each class is only 5 to 6 weeks, depending on what you get. And then, so we pay you for the whole time that you're in there. And then you actually get a certificate, and you can take that to school and finish your education, or you can actually go to a job and be like, hey, this is what I got. It's a real certificate. And then, in 2020, I'm sitting in Stacey Shaw's office because I had a felony, right? Yeah. And man, for some reason, I was like, most men in the inner city where I come from don't have $2,500 to give to a lawyer, even if they change their life around. It's expensive. And so I was grieved by it. So I called my wife and I said, well, this is another problem that we got to do something about. And my wife's words was like, you do something about it. So I said, okay, I'll do something about it. And so now I went out there and I found some lawyers that'll do felony expungements for us for the whole state of Kansas and the whole state of Missouri, man. And that's just what we do.
Oh, that's dope.
Next year, we're planning on doing 24. 24 felony expungements, 12 for Kansas and 12 for Missouri, man. And we hoping that it'll be able to go up every single year, man. My dream is to do 500 in 1 year. So
Are
I'm
you
pushing
gonna do
for
it?
Wow.
You
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
do it?
pushing
Yeah,
for
you
it,
is.
man.
Yeah. That's
So
dope.
you got a you and your wife, did y'all have a team around y'all when y'all was creating these things?
Nah, man.
Just you and her.
It was just me and her, and that's normally how it happened, right? I'm glad wasn't nobody around me though, because if people is around you when you building something, man, then most of the time, if they giving you advice and they giving you things, most of the time you tend to stick to their blueprint,
Right.
and you build it the exact same way that they
Right.
told you how to build it. So for me, I'm glad nobody was around because I'm unorthodox, so I do stuff that most nonprofits wouldn't do.
Right.
I don't stick to the blueprint. Whatever I feel like is okay, I just go ahead and do it. You know what I'm saying? So when you building something without a blueprint, man, it only two things gonna happen. You either gonna build a masterpiece, or you gonna mess it up and you got to start back over. But I would rather mess up and start back over than to be following somebody else's blueprint on what they think a nonprofit should be like, or what they think, or how they think I should run, operate, and function one too.
Or they
Completely
just don't.
different.
Or they just don't see your vision.
Yeah, that too. That too.
Yeah.
For real. So how long did it take y'all this train ride to get together, everything, and you know what I'm saying? Did it take a year or two, or did it get jump right into it?
Nah, brother. That's the crazy thing, right? When I started this, man, I had so many people telling me they was gonna help me. So many people saying that they was gonna do this and they was gonna do that, and then they didn't do it. And then, man, for the first 3 years, man, I worked 4 jobs and did Ubers on the weekends to make sure that I could pay the
Yeah, I hear that.
bills and to make sure that I could pay the bills in my house, and then also to make sure that I could pay DAC bills so I can continue to get man's therapy, felony expungement. I was doing this when I had nothing. You know what I'm saying? My wife allowed me to take $17,000 out of savings. You know what I'm saying? And she let me use it all for DAC until one day she came to me and she was like, look, we can't keep doing it. So either DAC got to stand by itself, or we can't keep funding it. And man, just being honest, God turned the tables around in 2024, you know, and ever since then,
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
you know, we've been doing it. So,
Yeah, you've been
man.
doing your thing,
I
man.
appreciate it, man.
Yeah. So the events that you do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Can you tell us about that?
Man, it's really just me trying to shed light on men in general, and like ice cream with dads, man. It's me showing 98% of all our clientele are men that look just like me and you, black men, and it's important for me to show not just KC but also to show the world that, like, man, black fathers are there. Like, we not just there, we're present. We care about our children. Like, we're actually raising our babies. That's why when we do Ice Cream with Dads, it's just an event for fathers and children. It ain't for women. It ain't for nobody else. It's just that. You know, we did have some mothers say, I'm a father too. I'm like, no, get out of here. No, you're not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then the Christmas in July, that's big for me, just on a simple fact. I just tell y'all the story why I do Christmas in July. 1 year, right? I think I'm like 7 or 8, right? My mama at the time, she signed us up for the police station. She signed us up for the firefighters and the paramedics. Back in the late 90s, you could sign up all 3 places and get toys. She did that, and I remember cops came, dropped off toys. Then fire trucks pulled up, had bags and toys, so we had to hide the toys that the cops just dropped off.
Yeah.
And then the paramedics came and we had to hide them toys too, and then they dropped off. We had so many toys that year, man, that you couldn't even see the floor.
Wow.
Somehow they realized and they knew that my mama signed up for all 3 places, and they came back that same day and they took every last toy away. They didn't leave one toy. So we didn't have nothing for Christmas, man.
Wow.
And so for me, that was the best Christmas and the worst Christmas I ever had.
Wow.
In a matter of minutes. And for me, kids in the inner city, man, especially just kids in the inner city in general, they don't get the opportunity to know what it's like, man, to have more than some of them, Like, they don't know what it's like to experience getting new toys more than once a year, and that's normally on Christmas. And so I just wanted to change it, man. And so I said, well, let's do Christmas in July. And so we hook them up with laptops, we do bikes, we do toys. Man, this year we was giving away TVs. Man, I mean, we had ice cream there, man. We was doing everything, and it's a free event for the community. I really love my people, man. I really do. Like, I can't say it enough, man.
Man, shame on them
y'all
public
take,
officials,
y'all take donations.
Yeah, we do, brother. We do. We take donations, man. We do it all. You know, and that was so let me jump back to that. So when you was asking me about did anybody help? You know, when I first started, I thought, all right, I thought the churches was gonna be like, I'm a hard believer, love the Lord with all my heart, all my mind, and my soul. And so I thought, all right, I'll go to the churches. They definitely gonna accept me and do this. So I went to all the black churches first. Macedonia, you know, all the black churches had a congregation of over 500 people. And I'm like, okay, they gonna support this. Went to the black churches. All the black churches denied me. Said, well, this is gonna benefit the black community. They still deny me. So I said, okay, I'll go to all the white churches. Went to all the white churches. It was the same thing. I said, okay, I won't ask y'all for nothing else again. And I never asked them. I just said, I'll get out here and I'll be there.
You talking about the churches was acting like that?
The churches, all the churches. I'm talking about West Side Church, Church of Resurrection, Redeemer. I mean, I went to all them churches, knocking on doors, emailing them, calling them. Like, some of the churches told me to stop calling and stop emailing.
Wow.
Like, don't do it. We're not helping. I was like, okay. So I never went back to the church again. I just prayed to the Lord, and the Lord opened up doors, and He made it happen for me.
Can you tell me about the time when you said that when you first tried getting into this type of program and you went and talked to Ad Hoc Against Crime?
Yeah, man. So here's the thing, man. I went and I talked to matter of fact, not just that, man. I went and I also talked to Aim for Peace, man, right? When I first started, and then I went to Aim for Peace a second time. And the second time I went to Aim for Peace treated me like a piece of trash. I was just on the phone with Aim for Peace probably about 3 weeks ago. And they was like, hey, listen, man, the people who actually treated you like that, they actually don't work here no more. So they was like, we'll go ahead. I was like, okay, if they ain't going there no more, let's try to do a partnership again. Like, let's try to, and I ain't heard nothing back from them, man. But one of the things about being in the nonprofit sector, man, that I want to tell y'all for real is that, man, this is very competitive. Right. It's worse than the LLC. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody, it's so much money in the nonprofit sector as far as like you can get it. I mean, Kansas City, Missouri alone got 11,000 nonprofits and some change.
Wow.
11,000, right? So if Kansas City, Missouri, which only got a population of 516,000, right? If that can support 11,000 nonprofits, then it ain't really no need to be fighting. And if we all on the same page, we trying to better the community and make the community better, then it ain't no reason for us to be fighting or for us to be looking at you taking a piece of my pie or like you competition. Even if we is in the same boat, we ain't doing the same thing. But if the mission is to help and better the community, then it ain't no competition. It ain't no competition when we doing it. I ain't in competition with Ad Hoc. Ad Hoc shouldn't be in competition with me. Right. I ain't in competition with Aim for Peace. Aim for Peace shouldn't be in competition with me. That's how I look at it. But that's not how these nonprofits look at it. It's just not. It's like every time it's a new nonprofit, brother, you taking a slice of my pie.
I guess that's just crazy, just everywhere, man.
Yeah, man.
It just sounds like you still in the streets again.
Yeah.
People stepping on people's toes, and you can't work together. You know what I'm saying, to get this thing going. Yeah. You know what I'm saying. So y'all ain't never had no meeting to try to discuss that, to make things better.
So I called them. I called, like I'm saying, when I'm saying I called Ad Hoc and Aim for Peace, I called them. They ain't want to work with me. That's just plain and simple. They ain't want to work with me, man. That's what I'm saying. For some reason, we all in the crime prevention, right. brother? But for some reason, if they feel like Dads Against Crime is competition, but we not. My thing is, when I call Aim for Peace and I call Ad Hoc, it was like, brother, I'm excited. We're all doing the same thing. Let's do it. Let's fix our community. But they don't want to work. You know what I'm saying? And then for me, I even went to I went to Aim for Peace twice.
Yeah, I remember you said that.
Twice. And it was the same exact results. Like, it ain't happening. And then they called me like 3 weeks ago and they was like, well, the people who treated you like that and did you like that, they ain't working here no more. So let's do it a thing. Let's do it again. But here's the deal, man. In the nonprofit sector, what you got is this. In the nonprofit sector, what you got is this. You got nonprofits who really do the work, right? And who's really out there beating the pavement and really helping people, but they don't know how to write grants. And they ain't got a team to write grants, so they can't get the money. And then you got nonprofits who've been around for a long time and they got a whole team, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 people.
Right.
All they do is write grants all day. And so on paperwork, they know how to make it look good on paperwork to get the funding. But then in return, they actually don't help the people. Because when you got 11,000 nonprofits in Kansas City, Missouri alone, and majority of those are aimed towards the inner city. But when we look at the inner city is still in shambles. You got to ask yourself.
He just Mogul just said that we were just talking about that a while ago. You know what I'm saying? And one of my family members we was talking to today said the same thing about Kansas City. You know what I'm saying? So out of that 11,000,
it's 11,000 and some change, brother.
and some change.
Yes, sir. It's a lot of them. So Kansas City.
So how many you got to reach out to connect with? Any of them?
So man, I done had besides Aim for Peace and then besides Al, I don't know. I guess it did something too. So I don't really like reaching out to nonprofits no more.
Right.
Now I have had nonprofits reach out to me and say that they want to partner. I had one nonprofit, they reached out to me and they was like, hey, Andre, man, if we just work together, we do an MOU, we get this thing done, we get it cracking. And they was like, I can get us $900,000, right, from the city of Kansas City, Missouri. Got a politician there, sign off on it. I said, okay, well, but it ain't about the money for me. I said, so what we can do is, I said, what I want you to do is, I said, I want you to give me a list of all the people that you help, and I'm with their phone numbers, and I'm gonna call them to see if you really did what you said you was doing. And then I said, I got a lot of people that you can call, and I said, you call my people, I'll call your people, and if you really in the community, we can partner and we can do it. And then that's where that ended. You know what I'm saying? Because it's easy to get the money, man. It's so much money out here that it's easy to get it. Right. But the thing is, people get it, and then they don't do what they supposed to do with the money, man.
And you out here actually helping the people.
Yeah, I care. Yeah. I care about the community, man. I don't for the rest of my life. I enjoy helping people. Everybody got a purpose, and some people's purpose is to wake up in the morning, man, and try to make as much money as possible. That's good for them if that's what they want to do. That's not my passion. My passion, I get excited when I get a brother a job. I get excited when I get a felony off a brother record. I get excited when I help a brother advance his career by doing cybersecurity or technology or something like that. That's what drives me, man. Like when I got brothers calling me saying, hey, Andre, I need you to help me pay my mortgage, or I need you to help me pay my rent. Right. And I'm able to just, okay, brother, here, no strings attached. What's your cash app? Right. Let me cut you a check. That's what excites me. When I get that brother a job, that's what excites me. When I help him with therapy and he gets through therapy and his life is better and he and his kids' life, that's my purpose. My purpose is helping. But I just use the funding to make it happen. That's it, man.
Right. Right. So you plan on taking this program outside the city?
Everywhere.
Nationwide?
Everywhere, man. I'm gonna treat dads against crime just like Black Lives Matter.
Damn right.
I'm gonna put a DAC in every single state. But the difference between me is that I only want to put. I'm a street dude. Like, I'm gonna be honest. It might not look like that, but I am. Got a criminal record that's extensive. But for me, I want to put a DAC because I know it works so well here, man. I'm talking about we already helped. In 5 years, we already helped 460 plus.
Great.
I want to put a DAC in every state, but I want to put it in every city that's worse. So Memphis, Tennessee, I want to go put a DAC there, right?
That's your next plan?
Nah, my next one is ATL.
Oh, okay.
But and then I wanted to do St. Louis, but I was like, I'm already in Missouri.
Right.
And then I also want to go and put one in Chicago, Illinois. So wherever the crime rate is high at, that's where I want to put a DAC at, right?
Yeah.
Because those are people that need the hope the most, man.
Right.
So if they the future, right? If those young people are the future, then we can't neglect them, man, and we can't turn our back on them no matter how bad they look. Because everybody sitting in this room, we was all young, and we all looked hopeless, and we all seemed hopeless, and we all did things that I'm pretty sure we regret now as being older. And so to look back and see the pain and the trauma that we caused, and to not look on them kids and have pity on them, man, that ain't stand upish. So we gotta look back and have pity on them, and then we can't just look back and have pity on them. We actually gotta say, now I want to actually help you. I want you to become better. But let me not just tell you to stop robbing. If he's robbing because he needs money, I don't want to tell the brother stop robbing. I want to say, brother, it's stupid of you to take something from an individual that they work for. But let me give you a job if that's what you're robbing for. And let me give you a job where you can make some money, pay your bills, and still have some in your pocket. That's how you change. That's how you change the mindset of an individual. You'll never tell an addict to just stop doing drugs.
Right.
Right.
Got to put them in rehab.
So with this program, it has to be steps, right?
Yeah.
Where y'all on the outside looking in to see if these people really changing, and you know what I mean. Besides them, you know, they just calling. Well, we need the money. We need this. We need this. They got to take them steps, right?
Yeah. So when we doing that, man, like we know when somebody, I know when somebody trying to game me, but most of the time we ain't just giving, we ain't just helping anybody. They got to actually sign up for the program, and then when they sign up for the program, they can hit me up and be like, "Hey, Andre, financially I'm doing bad," and I was like, "Okay, brother, we got money set aside directly for that." So I'm like, "Let's do it." And but my thing is this: if a man come to me about a financial situation that he's in, reason why we don't talk about it on Facebook and stuff like that, because I'm like, if that brother trusted me enough to tell me his financial struggles, there's no way that I can exploit that brother. Right. So we just keep it hush, man.
Yeah.
We it's because it's really not nothing to brag about.
Right.
I was in that position. I want somebody to do it for me too.
Right.
Man.
That's dope.
Yeah, because it's really when it comes to men, a lot of men don't know how to be dads and fathers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I think that program will work for them, you know, especially the ones, you know, that had different kids, but they're not in the households. They don't claim the kid, or they don't take care of them, or, you know, this and this and that. You know what I'm saying? So it's good that somebody in that field that want to change can take that program, have a change of heart, a change of thinking, you know, because we are what we think.
Yeah.
You got to want to change. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I think that's good, man. And I see it just getting bigger.
I appreciate that, brother.
Yeah, me too. For sure.
I appreciate that, yeah.
And then just kind of like piggybacking off that community building.
Yeah.
You know, what do you believe are the most pressing needs of fathers who have been impacted by crime?
Therapy.
Good question.
Therapy. Because a lot of people don't understand, man, that when you live that street life and then you come from out of that, you don't realize that you be suffering from PTSD. So I got stabbed, right? But when I got stabbed by somebody it was a friend. It wasn't somebody that was just random. Nobody randomly walked up on me and decided to stab me. It was somebody that I loved. It was a friend. And when they stabbed me, man, I sold drugs from the time that I was 14 all the way to the time I was 25. Right? When you get so many plots on your life, man, I can tell you I tell you stories how I got shot at, and the police was right there. They were scared, and I was scared too. You know what I'm saying? They didn't do nothing.
They don't do nothing.
But when you live that life, man, and then you have that many attempts on your life, and people actually trying to kill you, and you don't realize when you get out or when you leave it, you suffering from PTSD. Like I always used to think, If a car was trailing me for more than 2 blocks, I thought it was a hit. If I got on a highway and that car passed 2 exits like I did, I thought they was trailing me and I thought I was finna be killed. I pull up to somebody's house, man. I would never put the car in park, right? Just keep your foot on the brake. And that's, on the brake, and you be ready to take off at any moment. When you get out, you don't understand, because nobody never told you what's the symptoms of PTSD.
Right.
That's a form of PTSD. Always thinking somebody out to get you. That's a form of PTSD, man. And I had to go through therapy for a whole year. Mm-hmm. For a whole year. My little brother. I walked into a room and heard my little brother and my cousin plotting to kill me. They wanted to rob me and kill me for my money, brother. Yeah, so like this is real. So for me, I got trust issues. I don't be trusting people. Like I ain't even put my address on the paper. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ain't even put my address on the paper. I put my business address on the paper because I got trust issues. Yeah. I got trust issues with people, man.
Yeah.
I can be living somewhere for a long time and I'll never bring nobody to my house. Mm-hmm. It's just because the stuff that I've been through. My older brother, he shot at me with a Tech-9 with an anti-cooling system on it. You know what I'm saying? Broad daylight. He couldn't get to me, so he pistol whipped my baby mama, broke all the blood vessels in her eye. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, bro. It's like, so for me, I really do be having trust issues with individuals and with people, and it's mostly with those people who I share some type of love connection with, because that's where most of the problems happen at for me. So for me, it was like, it's therapy, because you don't understand that you're suffering from this stuff. You actually need a professional to walk you through that, man.
So you still in self-therapy for real with yourself?
I'm in therapy right now.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
I'm going to be in therapy for life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
First time I needed it for a year. This time I need it for life.
So what's it like, you know what I'm saying, for black men who don't want to talk to therapists? And, you know what I'm saying, what was that experience, you know what I'm saying, of talking to a therapist and letting everything out, you know what I'm saying? Yep. And, what was the right type of skills, the words, you know, and plan to help you get through that journey?
Man, he really just gave me tools. He gave me tools to use. He made me realize, brother, ain't nobody trying to kill you. You know what I'm saying? But it was, so the difference between a psychiatrist and a therapist. You sit in front of a psychiatrist, you tell a psychiatrist what you're dealing with, the psychiatrist going to say, okay, whoop-de-whoop, 2 milligrams, take this, you'll be just fine.
Right.
I'll see you next month.
Right.
That's basically what a psychiatrist is. They just write prescriptions for you. A therapist is going to give you, it's like holistic. They're going to give you tools to use. And if you use those tools, you will get better eventually over time. But the first time me talking to a therapist, I didn't know what to say. I didn't even know if I could trust him.
Right.
I'm like, what happened if I say something?
Right.
And he tell it to the police or something. Like, what, like you gotta, so it was like, what can I say, or what can I say? So for the first 5 sessions, it was just like, can I trust this dude?
Yeah.
That's what it was for the first 5 sessions. Like, you tell me something about you. I ain't got nothing to tell you right now. Yeah.
That's like a culture thing, though.
Yeah, it is,
and
brother.
it kind of come from being unaware and uneducated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, because like you said, a lot of people, you know, suffer from PTSD and
anxiety,
a lot,
all that stuff,
depression.
man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you see a lot of entertainers and famous people coming up now, like, oh yeah, I just found out I had this. And
bipolar.
I know.
Like you said, we don't educate ourselves.
But
you know what I mean?
still got it.
Yeah.
And Fat Baby, you don't have it as what bad as you used to. You used to get up every 5 minutes and look out the window. Every 5 minutes, not even 5. Every 2 minutes, Fat Baby used to look out the window. Sit down, look out the window. Sit down, look out the window.
Be patient like a fool.
Why you keep looking out the window every 2 seconds?
If you need therapy, we got you, brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest.
Nah,
with
that
you.
was
For real. No, for real. I might need to know for real though.
Listen, it's beneficial, brother. And I think,
it is.
and I just want to say this so we can, because a lot of people don't know that therapists are mandated, like, right? So they mandated. So like what you discuss in therapy, like if you go take a HIPAA classes, because I make everybody take HIPAA classes. If a therapist tell anybody what you talked about in therapy, they can get fined and lose their license. And them fines for HIPAA starts off at $50,000. That's the cheapest, and it goes up to like $1 million.
Wow.
What
And
exactly
that's
is
each time.
HIPAA therapy?
No, so like HIPAA like the EEOC sits over all businesses. So if something happens with the in your company, you can report it to the EOC. They go check it. It's like the police. HIPAA is like the police for therapists. So they create all these laws and regulations that every therapist have to go by. So if you having sessions and then a therapist go tell anybody, even his wife, what you and him discussed in therapy, he gonna lose his license, and you gonna be able to sue him.
Not to cut your wisdom off. We're going to take a
for
break.
sure.
We'll get back Authentics in a minute.
For sure.
Yes, sir.
Welcome back, Authentics. We back.
We back.
Dak. Andre, what's going on? And before we went to break, man, you was telling us about that therapy, man, and you can finish spitting your wisdom, man.
Yeah, so man, I got bad memory. I'm gonna tell you right now. But one of the things about therapy, I think we was talking about how them therapists are they can't tell what goes on and what you are discussing inside of that office with them, with anybody. It's mandated. If they do, they lose their license. HIPAA take them, and they also can get sued. And them fines start at $50,000, go up to $1 million.
Wow.
So it's a lot of money.
Ain't even worth it to nobody. Ain't even worth it to nobody.
Definitely a lot of money.
Yeah.
Most definitely a lot of money. Let me ask you this. What are your long-term goals for Dads Against Crime, and how do you see the organization evolving in the future?
The long-term goal is to make sure that, we put a DAC in every state.
Okay.
Where every crime is high, that's where we want to be at.
Yeah.
After that, man, international. I'm very ambitious, man. So
right.
I want to be able to help all men, not just in America, but man, on every continent. I want to touch all of them.
So you said if I want to get therapy,
Yeah.
what's the process?
You just you go to dadsagainstcrime.org, fill out the intake form on the first page all the way at the bottom. Once you do that, me or my assistant gonna hit you back within 24 to 48 hours, send you an information release form and a liability waiver form. That's it. We're gonna ask you what kind of therapist you're looking for, a black one, a white one, young, old, male or female. We kind of match the preference to what you want, because therapy actually only works if the person that's sitting across from you actually like, or you can vibe with. Other than that, you just talking to somebody you just don't like, and it ain't gonna work. Y'all gonna butt heads. And so
wonder if you ain't comfortable with that. You get to switch and all that.
oh man, I got 48 therapists.
Damn.
So yeah, I got like 48. So
Them are almost an NFL football team.
yeah. So if you don't like that therapist, man, we'll just keep moving. And there have been situations and cases where one guy I had to move like 5 times. Every time I sent him to a therapist, he was like, I don't like him. Give me a female. Then I give him a female. Don't like her. Give me a male. Give him a male. Mm-hmm. Give me another female. So I had to move him like 4 or 5 times before he actually found the therapist that he liked. And that's part of the process, man. You really got to find somebody that you click with, that you actually like. Otherwise, man, the therapy, it ain't gonna work. We pay for therapy for a year. And then after that, we come back to you. We do a survey. We ask you, hey, do you think the therapy is working? Do you like your therapist? And if you say, yeah, we just started back over for you again.
Let me ask you this. What's the difference between talking to a therapist and talking to one of your closest kin? Because some people are like, I ain't better go talk to no therapist. I got a brother or a partner I can talk to and all that.
Yeah.
So explain what's the difference though between talking to somebody personal than a therapist.
The difference is when you talking to somebody personal,
they ain't gonna keep it all
they got the ability. They got the ability to, wherever you tell them, if they get mad at you, to use that against you, man.
Bingo.
You know what I'm saying? And then they not giving you professional help. They just giving you what they think is best. They gonna, with friends, you gotta make sure you get somebody unbiased, because like if you and your girl get into an argument and then you go tell your friend about the argument, right? Your friend always gonna side with you, because that's just your friend. So that's a bias.
Some of them might knock on your back door.
You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
Because that's just a bias. That's a biased opinion.
Right.
You need somebody unbiased.
Right.
And that therapist
Exactly.
is that professional that you can actually go talk to. Your secret is gonna be safe with them. They can't tell nobody, and so you ain't got to worry in the world, man. And I'm telling you, from being in therapy myself, man, that it works. You just gotta give it the opportunity. The problem is, since youth, because our parents don't know the difference between a psychiatrist and a therapist.
Right.
They tell us, hey, if you go talk to a therapist, you crazy. I say if you don't talk to a therapist, you crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Hear that?
And that's just the honest to God truth, man. Because them intrusive thoughts and all of them thoughts that you got up there, like them negative thoughts that you always have, that's not normal. For an individual to think negative 80% of the day, that's not normal, man. But if you've been doing it for so long, you think it's normal. To where when you thinking, you always thinking somebody trying to set you up. You always thinking somebody talking bad about you or trying to get over. Like, that's not, that normally your brain pattern should not be thinking like that. But when you think like that and you think it's normal, and then everybody around you think the same way, and we grew up like that and we say it's normal, but it's not.
Right.
So you think that's a lot? You think that's a lot going on in the black community, right?
Yeah, mostly due to our parents, man. You know what I'm saying? They're giving us this wrong. You know, I remember my mama told me that the worst thing an individual could do to you is spit on you and kick you. I got spit on and kicked, and it wasn't worse than being stabbed. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then I grew up and I was like, she lied to me, because to me, stabbing is the worst thing that can happen. I ain't never been shot, but I've been stabbed. I'm like, it's the worst thing ever. It don't hurt as much going in, but when it's coming out. But when it's coming out, you feel every last one of them serrated blades, boy, pulling against your skin. So I'm like, that was worse than being spit on and being kicked, man. So I think it's a lot of misinformation in the black community, man. We gotta fix it, and it start by unlearning and relearning, man, and realizing that the tool. White people get therapy and been getting therapy for years.
Education versus re-education.
Yeah, man. First sign of trouble, white parents put their kids in therapy. First sign of trouble.
Do you think a therapist can help a violent person?
I do, man. I do. But it depends. We gotta see if an individual being diagnosed, right? Because sometimes a person may not be born. A person may not be born schizophrenic or bipolar, right? Like, you got some people when they go to the pen, they actually don't. They be normal. But the time that they actually spent in the pen, that time did something to them mentally, to where it messed up brainwaves, to where when they get out, they do suffer from PTSD. Now they is a little bit bipolar. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I said prison time kind of made me aggressive, anger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Because you got to. It's fight or flight. You know?
Right.
Yeah, so that's what you got to do. But then again, brother, like I tell brothers who go to the pen all the time and they come out, I said, brother, but you free now. You free. You're not in there no more. You ain't got it. You ain't got it. We know these brothers out here just be talking a lot of the time. You ain't got to smack them. You know what I'm saying? Right. If you was in the penitentiary with them, they wouldn't be talking the way that they talking right now. You know that. You know, if you took them in a room and shut the door, their whole attitude would change, man. So at some point, you just got to realize that those brothers you talking to, their ego and their pride is getting in the way. But if it was one-on-one and you was with him by yourself, you already know that his whole attitude and his demeanor would not be that. He would tuck tail. So if you already know that, what's the point in trying to prove it? It ain't no point in trying to prove it. You know in your heart what you would do to him. Let that brother live, man, and go on about your life. You know what I'm saying? It's the best thing you can do, brother, as a man. Yeah. For real.
Yep, you said that.
And I just wonder why sometimes men think change is for the weak. They think that's a sign of weakness.
I don't even say that that's a man's way of thinking.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, myself personally, I just think it's a little boy who hasn't found that maturity within himself. You know what I'm saying?
That's right, brother.
Good answer.
So they put on a facade as if they're grown because they may have money.
Yep.
They may have materials, a car, a house. So I got a car, I got a house, I got money. That doesn't make you a man.
Facts, brother.
I believe character. I believe good character. Integrity for yourself.
Yeah. Integrity first. Integrity first.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
But most of the time in the black community, man, that's what they teach us, man. Like, so they teach us that money is everything. Once you get it, money solves and it changes everything. the man who the wisest man on the block is the poorest man. Nobody would listen to him, but they would go listen to the fool who got $1 million in the bank. That's just the way that the world teach us to function and operate. We listen to the people who got the jury and the money. We neglect those who don't, man. You see what I'm saying? And a fool with money can't teach you nothing but how to be another fool with money. You feel
That's
me?
it.
But we shame the wise now. That's just what it is, you know. I mean, in the music, the videos, all we do is glorify stupidity in it. That's it.
Yeah.
And then we teach that same mentality to our children and to our children's children. So you know, when we sit here and we listen to music and the music say that women ain't nothing but hoes, tricks, bees, peas, this and that, and thoughts. I mean, that's the same music you got your daughters listening to, and your daughter, she 5, 6, 7, 10 years old, and she dancing to it. So subconsciously, you telling her that the way that a man talks to you like this,
it's cool.
If he put it in music, it's okay. So when she grows up and she gets that man that talks to her like that, makes you angry, and you say, I don't understand. You be like, I don't understand why you messing with him. Like, why? Like, I raised you better than that. Like, actually, you didn't. You raised her to go out there and get exactly what you thought was cool. What the music, like, if we don't think music influence us, if we don't think movies influence us, we crazy, man.
It does.
We crazy. It does. And it influenced the kid. A child brain doesn't develop fully until that child is 20, till that person is 25. Yeah. So and then we got to remember that they doing drugs younger and younger. All of that is going to stop the development of your brain, man. So we got people who's 25, older, but they don't act like that. Their mentality is still preteen and teens, man. And these are the people that we're looking at, and these are the people that's going to be raising up, growing up, some maybe getting into politics. We just don't know. For the black community, more likely, probably not, right? More likely, 85% of all fast food jobs are held by black people.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So when we talk, like, we really gotta, if you really want to change the community, man, we gotta first change this. And if you don't seek help for what's going on, it ain't never gonna change, man. Thinking negative 80 to 85% of the day, negative thoughts. And we have thousands of thoughts a day, and over half of those are negative, man. Like, that ain't normal, brother. Like,
it's
talk
really
to
not.
somebody, man.
It's really not. It's really not.
Yeah, man. So this was priceless right here, man, because
Very.
a lot of men need to know these things, man. These are hidden jewels. You know what I mean? And before we get out of here, man, let us know your handle on everything.
816-986-7711. Every brother I help can have my direct line. You know what I'm saying?
You got that, Authentics? Give it to him one more time, my brother.
816-986-7711, man. You can call me. The phone on me 24/7.
Yes, sir.
Call me.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Mr. Andre Harris, man, with Dads Against Crime, man. Dad, get us out.
Fat Baby the journalist, and Von Don, take us out of here, man.
Hey, man, if you want to join in on the conversation, don't forget, stay on task with the Authentic Social Club podcast. Go to our YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. Hey, man, don't forget to like, share, and comment at AuthenticSocialClub@gmail.com. Don't forget to comment at AuthenticSocialClub@gmail.com.
Push that button, subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe, man, and we out. Stay on task.
Peace, love, good night.
Yeah.